You might think you've seen creepy footage before, but these are on another level of creepiness. Whether it's reptilians or terrifying moments caught on camera. What you're about to see isn't just strange, it's disturbing, unexplainable, and chilling. Hillary Clinton was giving a speech when something odd happened. Her eyes flashed green for just a moment. Later, at another event, it happened again, clearer this time, impossible to ignore. Then a third clip showed her coughing, a strange green substance leaving her mouth. Many viewers were convinced she wasn't entirely human, that something reptilian was hiding beneath her skin. The three clips together made a lot of people question what was really going on behind her public appearances. Live transformation. On November 3rd, 2010, a Fox News 9 anchor's broadcast took a bizarre turn. Mid-presentation, her skin seemed to shift, twisting into strange patterns as if moving on its own.
Peaceful protest. The protesters exhibited much restraint, as did law enforcement officials.
Viewers assumed it was a camera glitch, but the footage suggested otherwise. Within seconds, the broadcast cut away, leaving the audience puzzled. Years later, the clip resurfaced and became central to the wild reptilian theories online. Proof for some, unexplainable footage for everyone else.
Peaceful protest. The protesters exhibited much restraint, as did law enforcement officials. Protesters chanted anti-war slogans.
Haunted live stream. With ghost hunts becoming a live streaming trend, more paranormal investigators have been sneaking into abandoned hospitals at night. One investigator decided to explore a long, deserted building when things quickly turned unsettling. As he walked through, strange sounds echoed ahead, and his viewers urged him to follow the noise. And that's when he found an old photograph placed oddly beside a pillar. Instead of treating it seriously, he laughed it off, but his audience wasn't amused. They told him to return the photo. To satisfy the crowd, he set the photo on a dusty shelf. Before he could leave, a cupboard beside him slammed shut with force.
Kau diam di situ.
The bang was so loud it jolted him into panic. He tried convincing himself it was just the old building shifting. On another dare from the chat, he entered what used to be the hospital's operating room. There in the shadows, he spotted what looked like three young girls in hospital gowns. They stood completely still, their faces hidden. They looked more like ghosts of patients than humans. He didn't stay to find out more, but what he saw still haunts him to this day. Twisted Witch. Across Asia, folklore tells of a witch who can twist her head completely around. Most dismissed it as a myth until a chilling video surfaced. Two friends exploring a quiet forest stumbled upon a woman dressed in white, standing motionless among the trees. Thinking she was just another hiker, one of them approached with the camera rolling. Suddenly, before any words could be exchanged, she let out a scream so piercing it echoed across the woods. In those brief, terrifying seconds before the footage cut, her head appeared to rotate far beyond human limits. Viewers watching the clip were left shaken, wondering if the old legends might be horrifyingly real. Reptilian eyes. It started as just another evening broadcast, routine and unremarkable until it wasn't. News anchor glanced at the camera. In that single second, something shifted. Her eyes didn't just move, they changed. The color and shape seemed to warp, sharp and sudden enough that viewers at home couldn't ignore it.
Ведущую новостей заподозрили в инопланетном происхождении. Зрители телеканала Folklore.
Clips of the moment went viral instantly, sparking arguments online. Some blamed technical glitches, video compression, or camera tricks. But others weren't convinced. That moment didn't look like ordinary eyes. For many, It was a glimpse of something hiding in plain sight. Something not quite human.
Ведущую новостей заподозрили в инопланетном происхождении. Зрители телеканала Folklore.
Terrifying encounter. A woman set out for a peaceful walk along a forest trail, camera in hand, hoping to capture the quiet beauty around her. The trail led to a wooden bridge, still and empty, until she noticed a figure far ahead. A woman stood unnaturally still, almost blending with the shadows.
What?
Something about her posture didn't feel right, so the woman filming quickly turned her camera back. Then, without a sound, the figure was suddenly right in front of her lens. No footsteps, no movement, just there, inches away. The recording ends abruptly, leaving only silence. That quiet? It made the clip far more unsettling than any sudden jump scare could.
What the Oh my god, is she following us?
Ghostly force. On an Albanian talk show, the hosts were chatting casually, mentioning Amy Winehouse, when things took a strange turn. Out of nowhere, one of the newspapers on the table suddenly flew into the air, lifted by some unseen force.
Wow.
Both hosts froze, clearly caught off guard, and the male host picked up the paper to show there were no strings or tricks involved. He even asked for the clip to be replayed several times, proving he hadn't accidentally knocked it. Watching the footage, it's hard not to feel that something paranormal was at play. Whatever it was, the sudden, unexplained lift left the hosts shaken, and the clip became one of the eeriest things they or viewers had ever seen.
Wow.
Creepy passenger. This next one isn't a scene from a horror film. It actually happened. A passenger on a bus captured footage of a woman lounging casually with her feet propped on the seat in front of her. Nothing seemed out of place until the camera focused on her feet. Instead of ordinary nails, she had long black claws. Her skin was cracked gray and seemed almost inhuman. The internet exploded over the clip. Some claimed she was cursed. Others whispered she might be in the middle of some werewolf transformation. A few tried to rationalize it, citing rare medical conditions. But even then, there's no real explanation for claws like that. Nothing in this world should look like that. Reptilian bodyguards. Finally, a glitzy red carpet event turned unsettling when a model stepped out flanked by two towering bodyguards. At first glance, it seemed normal, but viewers who re-watched the clip noticed something strange. The men's proportions were all wrong. Oversized bodies, oddly small heads, and stiff, unnatural movements. They didn't walk like humans at all. Online debates erupted, with many pointing fingers at reptilians, the mysterious creatures said to disguise themselves as people in plain sight. Watching that clip, you can't help but wonder, were these just unusually built men, or something far stranger hiding in plain view? North Georgia creature. This group of friends met their nightmare while they were out having fun. They lit up a few fireworks but were interrupted by peculiar sounds coming from the forest. As they went to investigate, they spotted something that scared them. A pale creature was caught on camera coming their way, and they didn't have enough time to react. So they ran back to their campsite.
We get the hell out of here. Oh yeah, get it.
But this unknown entity followed them and was seen again, right in front of the person recording. The creature or cryptid had unusual movement, and the video ended with the group still on the run.
What the hell? What the?
Ghostly Fort Shadow. A man was exploring an old fortress with his partner. As they wandered through these ancient rooms, he accidentally captured something strange on camera. In the footage, a mysterious figure suddenly appears, almost emerging from the shadows. It's hard to tell whether it's a person or something else. But just a second later, the spot is completely empty, as if the figure vanished into thin air. It's possible this was one of the wandering spirits of the fort that dates back to ancient times. Curtain mystery. In this unsettling video, a father was casually recording a clip for his girlfriend, showing her how to unlock the safe where he kept his earnings. Everything felt normal until something happened that completely changed the mood. After asking his young daughter to pull back the curtain, it suddenly swung wide open without her even touching it.
Oye, niña, ¿puedes venir a abrir la caja fuerte?
The movement was sharp and unnatural, as if yanked by something unseen. Behind the curtain, there was nothing. No one was standing there. No reason for it to move like that. What was meant to be a simple, helpful video ended up capturing something far more disturbing. A possible glimpse into the supernatural.
Oye, niña, ¿puedes venir a abrir la caja fuerte?
Bedside creepy figure. One night, a man exploring a dark, abandoned hospital pointed his camera into a room and noticed something chilling. On a bed sat a figure, completely still, its face hidden by long hair draping down. As he stared, the head slowly tilted, like it knew someone was watching. And then this is what happened next. The man bolted, leaving the hallway quiet again, but the footage stayed, unsettling in its silence, leaving viewers with a sense that something unexplainable had just been caught on camera. Shocking video. Pope Francis passed in April 2025. Old clips of his final appearances began surfacing online, but one video in particular left people unsettled. It was meant to show his last public appearance, yet his hands didn't look normal. At one point, they seemed to morph, almost like he had a third hand or a giant finger. The moment looked strange and unnatural. Many brushed it off as just a glitch. But if that's the case, it still leaves one big question. Why would it appear in footage released after he was already gone? Creepy cloth figure. A mysterious figure was discovered, wrapped tightly in fabric, standing completely still, with no sign of movement or reaction. When the eerie footage went viral, speculation ran wild. One observant viewer noticed that the ropes around the figure seemed untied. Some theorized it could be a ghost, trapped within the cloth and unable to break free. Others said it was something sinister. Flying bouquet. On a Chilean wedding show, cameras were rolling as one family prepared for their big day. Everything looked normal until the footage revealed something strange in the background. A bouquet of flowers suddenly lifted from its vase and was thrown across the room. Some viewers were convinced this was real paranormal activity, while skeptics suggested it could be fishing line or some other trick. Either way, the clip is hard to ignore. A show about weddings wouldn't have much to gain from faking something like this. So the question remains, was this a ghostly presence caught on camera, or something else entirely? Horrible witch. Returning to his childhood village, a man wandered down old, familiar paths. That's when he noticed two figures sitting together, seemingly a couple. But then the man got up and started running, like he was scared by something. The woman, however, slowly got up and was now walking in the opposite direction. But curiosity got the better of him. He trailed her from a distance, watching as she slipped behind a tree. Then, in an instant, she turned and her face wasn't human anymore. Eyes and features twisted in ways that made his stomach drop. He got scared, and just like the other man, he also ran away. Ghost companion. In a park somewhere in Iraq, a woman was walking alone when a little girl suddenly appeared right beside her. What unsettled viewers most was the woman's reaction. She didn't flinch and didn't look surprised at all. Instead, she glanced at the girl like she had been expecting her. Without a word, the two simply walked off together. No one saw where the girl came from, leaving people to wonder if she was summoned, or if the woman was never really alone in the first place. Silent warning. A clip that keeps getting taken down shows a tense moment between Kevin Hart and Kelly Clarkson. During an interview, Kelly started talking about something clearly off limits, hinting she'd been offered money to do things she didn't want to.
But I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just...
Almost instantly, Kevin Hart shushed her, his reaction oddly tense and almost fearful. The scary part? Some of this footage was cut from the original video, making people wonder what was really said. To viewers, it looks like more than just a nervous moment. Some even speculate it's proof of secrets too dark to be revealed.
And what? Just... You've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah.
Shadow intruder. During one of Ninja's Fortnite live streams back in 2018, something seriously strange unfolded. While he was focused on the game, viewers started noticing a shadowy figure glide silently into view, pause for a moment, and then float out again like it had never been there. Weird enough on its own, right? But it gets creepier. Ninja had mentioned earlier that his speakers sometimes turned on by themselves, waking him up at 3 a.m. to strange smells and that chilling sensation of being watched. Seeing that shadow appear on his stream made all of those experiences feel far more real and far more threatening to anyone watching. Bus horror. A strange photo taken on a bus in San Francisco continues to baffle and disturb people online. The photographer is unknown, but what he captured sent chills down viewers' spines. A man sits across from the camera, staring blankly, his eyes bloodshot and bulging, his teeth bared like he's gnawing at nothing. Some say he was lost in some kind of trance, while others compare him to a creature straight out of Men in Black. Was it edited, or did someone really sit there, staring, completely unhinged? Shadow in the hall. Late at night, when the hospital is completely quiet, even the smallest movement can feel like something out of a nightmare. During his shift, a security guard was walking down an empty corridor when he noticed something strange. A dark figure peeked out from one of the doors for just a moment. He froze, staring, and when he looked again, it was gone. Luckily, his camera caught it all. The video shows a shadowy shape flickering before disappearing completely, leaving only silence and a hallway that feels heavier than before. 1 second it was there, the next it wasn't, and the footage leaves no easy answers. Unseen presence. A girl shared a chilling clip after her sister visited the hospital late at night. Sitting in the corridor, she noticed a dark figure near a room door. Its face was shadowed and hard to make out, but the stillness alone made the hallway feel tense and strange. Even without moving, the figure's presence sent a shiver through the air. Sometimes, it's not what moves that terrifies. It's what watches quietly from the shadows. Haunted door. This patient was lying in her hospital bed and noticed the door in front of her ward slowly opening, all on its own. There wasn't enough wind to push it, yet it swung wide, then shut again without anyone near it. The cycle repeated, and she captured the entire scene on her phone. Watching the footage, the door seems almost alive, moved by a force no one can explain. It kept moving, as if something unseen didn't want to be ignored, and the video caught every unsettling second. Wall shadow. A patient shared a video online after recording his hospital room, saying the atmosphere felt off. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but on closer look, a shadowy figure flashes across the frame, almost like it came straight out of the wall. The patient had been completely alone, which made the sight even harder to explain. The clip leaves a lingering unease, the kind that sticks even after the video ends. Creepy hallway. An explorer entered an abandoned hospital known for its eerie reputation. Walking down a dark corridor with his torch, he suddenly heard a sound behind him. A door at the corner slowly closed on its own.
La ilaha illallah.
He swung his light around. There was no one there. No movement, nothing. That simple, quiet moment left him uneasy. A reminder that even empty spaces can feel strangely alive.
La ilaha illallah.
Crawling shadow. One night, a patient's attendant heard a strange noise in the hospital and started recording. The hallway looked empty at first, but then a dark, shadow-like figure seemed to crawl quickly across the floor at a distance. The moment was brief, but enough to make anyone watching feel a chill. He kept recording, hoping to understand what just passed, but the corridor stayed completely empty, as if whatever it was had vanished into thin air. Guiding shadow. While this man was exploring a hospital at night, he managed to capture something strange on camera. From the far end of the corridor, a figure peeked at him before vanishing.
Hey! Ay, viste a la madre, güey. Oh, güey. Oh, güey.
Curious, he rushed to check, but nothing was there. Moments later, it appeared again at the door of a nearby room, then disappeared once more.
Oh, no seas cabrón. No seas cabrón. No sé.
Following it, he realized he was near the hospital mortuary. The way the figure seemed to appear and vanish made it feel like it was guiding him somewhere, though its purpose remains a mystery.
La puerta. Se metió al cuartito.
Chilling hospital footage. During a night round, a hospital security guard spotted a bed sitting in one of the corridors. Ignoring it at first, he moved down another hallway, but when he looked back, the bed was slowly sliding across the floor on its own.
This is creepy.
He rushed to check, but no one was around. Other signs of strange activity appeared. Tools shifted from their places. The unexplained movements left him uneasy, unsure what unseen force could be behind it all.
Dude, shit, honestly, like...
Floating shadow. A clip circulating online shows something unusual in a hospital corridor. A small, dark shadow seems to rise out of a bag left on the floor. It moves slowly, almost as if it's floating, and doesn't look like anything natural. Viewers have speculated it could be a soul or some form of lingering energy attached to the bag, leaving everyone who sees it with more questions than answers. Unexplained moment. The grainy CCTV footage from a private parking lot reveals a seemingly normal scene of vehicles parked in a line against a wall. However, things take a turn for the bizarre when a truck in the middle of the line suddenly starts reversing out of its spot, with no one in the driver's seat. The footage before and after the incident does not show any signs of anyone entering or exiting the lot, leaving viewers scratching their heads in confusion. Dark shape over city. A group of people are seen gazing up at the sky in wonder, pointing and holding up their phones to capture something unusual. The camera focuses on the crowd for a few seconds before panning upwards to reveal the source of their fascination. A large, dark circle is visible in the gray sky, its irregular shape and size shifting as the camera rolls. The gray color inside the circle appears darker than the surrounding sky, resembling a hole in the atmosphere. Despite the presence of witnesses, no one can explain the strange phenomenon. Ghost passengers. Late at night, an empty airport in Thailand revealed a terrifying secret. A viral video captured ghostly passengers floating through an aeroplane passageway. No plane was docked there, yet the shadowy figures walked as if boarding. The clip, posted on July 31st, terrified viewers. Whispers spread about spirits haunting the terminal, those who never made it to their destination. Ghost on CCTV. This CCTV video showed an empty part of the hospital early in the morning, when something mysterious was caught happening. At 10:32 p.m. on 12th October, 2024, a person was seen walking through the parking lot. After a while, he began to disappear until his figure was completely gone. One of the hospital staff recognized the person, but said it was impossible that it was him, as he was a patient there, but he passed away 3.5 years ago, on the same date as this CCTV footage. Wood cryptid. They didn't even see it standing right in front of them. As one of the friends started to record their hiking trip, something could be seen standing on the side of the trail.
Okay, are you taking a video? Yeah. That's awesome.
It was a short, dark creature that stood there without moving a muscle. The wood creature was also weirdly deformed in a bizarre way, but shockingly, none of them even saw it, which is why some people think that this was a cryptid that had hid itself by camouflaging with the environment.
Okay, are you taking a video? Yeah. That's awesome.
Humanoid cryptid. On July 13th, 2024, a trail camera caught a disturbing video of a pale humanoid creature standing behind a tree in a remote, undisclosed location. The eerie sounds it made were almost otherworldly. The creature's unsettling gaze seemed to know it was being watched. With its thin structure, featureless face, and large eyes, it looked strikingly similar to the rake. This footage fueled growing reports of rake sightings in recent months. The creature, once dismissed as a mere legend, now appears to be something far more tangible and frightening. It's clear that the rake is no longer confined to folklore. Ghosts on road. On October 24th, 2022, a man was reviewing his home's security footage and he noticed two strange, ghostly figures on the road behind his house. The creatures appeared to be made of vapor or mist, yet their movements were distinctly real. One was walking on two legs, the other on all fours, and they seemed unaware of any barriers between them and the man's camera. No one could explain their existence. Could they be interdimensional beings? The creature's otherworldly nature raises chilling questions, and you might just encounter something like them in your own neighborhood. Who or what are they? Glowing eyes. This one's just chilling. Out of the dark, a pair of glowing eyes watches from a distance as a dog barks. Those eyes follow the dog and its owner.
Something is watching my dog.
Moving behind a tree, lurking in the shadows. Could it be a hungry predator, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Or maybe its prey wasn't the dog at all. Watching this scene unfold definitely gives you the creeps.
Something is watching my dog. What the f*** is that? Is big.
Masked figure. Late at night, a man was driving alone when he spotted a figure standing by the roadside. At first, it seemed like a person, but the face was all wrong.
Do you see that right there? Do you see that? Who the f***?
Smooth, almost mask-like, yet terrifyingly real. The driver swore the figure stared right into his eyes, leaving him shaken for the rest of the ride. Online, some joked it looked like a skin-colored Elmo, while others insisted it had to be a mask. But why would someone stand there in the middle of nowhere? To this day, the clip remains an unsolved, eerie mystery.
What the f***? Oh, what the f***? Oh, what the f***?
Sudden appearance. During a live news broadcast in Peru, everything looked normal. People walking, chatting, going about their day, until one man just appeared out of nowhere. No door, no corner, no approach. He was suddenly there, The weirdest part? No one around even noticed. Not a single double take. Some say it was just a camera glitch, but others think it might have been something stranger, like real teleportation caught on tape. Either way, the moment left a chilling feeling that lingered long after the broadcast ended. Subscribers, pick of the day. Get ready for something truly strange. What you're about to see will leave you questioning everything. Someone watching the news noticed something odd and quickly grabbed their phone to record it. The reporter was delivering her story like normal, but if you watch closely, something extremely strange starts happening with her neck.
Weekend, President Trump tried to ramp up the pressure on Senate Republicans using his weekly address.
Her movements are not ones a human can naturally perform. They look more like the contractions you'd expect from a reptile. What exactly caused this? The clip leaves viewers unsettled and full of questions.
For the weekend, President Trump tried to ramp up the pressure on Senate Republicans using his weekly address.